My mother was a decent, hard-working woman. I don't believe she ever knew the consequences of her private meeting with Principal O'Connell. We were already overwhelmed with the situation as it was. If you had not got kids to look after and were suffering this much, you would not tolerate it. O'Connell's intervention was to bring intensive scrutiny, so unbearable. I fully embraced addiction and it provided outlet to our chaos. That my mother admitted to having got it wrong with Aaron a couple of years before she passed was of no comfort to me. Saying she had read article and that she had recognised so many traits in Aaron wasn't enough, and she didn't offer anything to rectify Aaron's situation. There was nothing left between us. Emotionally, I could not reach out to her for Aaron. This is my eldest son, Luke, who's not going to appreciate this, but he's strong and he'll understand. Prior to this incident, Luke was as happy a student as you could hope for. He enjoyed GAA, soccer, loved to be involved in debates and interactions with all teachers from Mrs. Cook, Mr. Dygnan, and he loved running into Jerry Kieran, who was a great inspiration to all students. Luke was as happy a student as one would hope to see. Just before confirmation, Luke and me involved in incidents seconds after walking in from school. Luke had been brought to principal's office for interrogation without my consent. That Luke managed to fulfill his role at confirmation displayed a strength of character and determination for one so young. He was not one to not stand up while enduring such a personal ordeal. The stigma, the shame that Luke can only have felt, he was to carry until he finished up in Clonkeen College. One moment during disagreement with me and Mary over money or something such, he turned to us and said, "To think I did not break for yous." I had never felt so proud of. However much they tried in Clonkeen College, the damage was done. Contrast of school reports will reveal a total shutdown. Luke will not be deterred. He is bigger than all of this. I'm going to go to, this is very short, and it's all about a date, a certain date, the 24th of the 6th, just gone. I'm receiving Lucino's reports from my doctor. I also asked, can they be emailed to Jade? I could then email to ADH Clinic, and that would save me an extra journey up to Dublin. I was informed that I would need to get a security code and bring to the doctors, and then it would take up to 5 days to clear. Now I'm just going to address now the 24th of the 6th. Jade emails Freedom of Information as 21-day review by officer is up. Little over 2 hours, Jade receives Freedom of Information and has got in paper form for me within an hour or two. I will address my new application through a solicitor, as I was not granted Freedom of Information received in 2012, in which I gave to Billy Ann, a social worker, to bring to Dunleary headquarters. If I gave it to them, well, they're not giving it to me now, but we leave it as it is. I think I got through the Freedom of Information head office in 2012. Tools set formed in 2014, and I think system has changed. However, all information is gladly received by us. 24th of the 6th. We had this email sent to Freedom of Information. We received the information, email received a little over 2 hours later. Now the 24th to the 6th, I get a phone call from ADHD clinic. Contact from Eve. Eve inquires if Aaron is available to come in for a meeting. I pause and explain Aaron only coming in for assessment appointment, as it is now 11 weeks since last appointment. Eve pauses and eventually Eve clarifies situation. A new appointment for Aaron's assessment with senior psychologist Mrs. Darcy is now set. 24th of the 6th. This all happened within hours of each other. 3 different communications within hours. Same day, former key worker contacts me and I update as in Aaron's situation. Former key worker advises me to sit tight, do no more, and let's get assessment over with. And when assessment is done, around the exact words, then you go after them. My gut instinct, everything happening within hours of each other, 3 different communications. My gut instinct tells me to act on it for Aaron's sake. And I continue to try to monitor and track all going-ons in relation to his welfare. I am hoping to be able to sit with a one-on-one and have recorded history of last 15 years of my family's affairs in relation to schools, social workers, Liz and Sarah, and I'm glad I've laid down markers as in regard of what I've been doing on this YouTube platform in recent times. It doesn't fit my sort of being to be doing it, but they are markers and they can be tracked, traced and looked at and referred to by whom needs to in the future. As I say, I want to sit down one-to-one and have everything recorded as in regards to what I can relate to in the last 15 years. Apart from one incident, I could go on, I could monitor, I could, what's that word you use when you want to, for flustered I am. Apart from one incident with a social worker, which I seen as vindictive, that was just one incident. Social workers were the least of my problems. The word I'm looking for is, it doesn't matter, it's to take in everything and to elaborate on all the going-ons in schools, especially Sweeney's school, and what went on there with various incidents, with witnesses that I informed on days of incidents that can be recalled. I don't want to have to keep doing this on small little inserts on a platform. I'm looking to sit down and have everything recorded at my ease, and we leave it at that, and we're continuing. Thanks and good luck.